I think that this is good timing for us and Amy to share what happens in CoderDojo community in Japan. So today's my talk is what happens in CoderDojo community, especially in Japan. Well, this is the CoderDojo, the first CoderDojo session in Japan, which started from in 2012 at the Open Source Cafe, which is a very small cafe, but the cafe for open source. So there are many developers like the WordPress developers and Ruby on Rails, Python developers, so who like open source or who like sharing the knowledge experiences in open. So that is the first session. And Junior HR is sitting here. So that is the photo of the first open source cafe. And after that, we have the continue to have a session, not only in Tokyo, but also the Osaka, and there are many places around Japan. The point about CoderDojo, I think, is in the CoderDojo community, and we strongly encourages the young people to learn from each other, not teaching from myself to you, or maybe writing something in the board and something they're only listening to. But on the other hand, in CoderDojo, most of the CoderDojo, I think that like this photo, the young people share their knowledges with people in that dojo. Also, there are many dojo who have an opportunity for young people to share what you build. We often call it a show and tell, and this is a CoderDojo in Saitama's photos, and in which the young people share what they created in the scratch. So not only young people, but also the mentors, the champions, enjoy learning the technology, enjoy the building the new gadget or new software with people. It's like beyond the ages. So we often build something together, but sometimes we often build with the same age, kind of 20s or 30s, but not only that age, but also we can build something together with young people in the CoderDojo. That is, I think, some of the point in the CoderDojo. And in the stats, according to the stats, in the CoderDojo in Japan, we growing at year by year. And then this is the kind of the stats of the number of sessions in Japan. So this means that 2018, we have more than 1,000 sessions in Japan. So I think you can easily understand when I'm mapping each dojo in Japan's map. So there are many dojos in Japan, and then so many dojos just in Tokyo, but also not only Tokyo. There are in western area, north, and also Okinawa, which is a southern island in Japan. There are many dojos in Japan. Well, my thought is how. So I had Amy and some other regions would like to start and grow the CoderDojo community or like an open source community. So what I'd like to share today is what makes it happen. So that's my talk today. Well, I think that what I'm doing now is not so helpful because I'm doing the things for this big community. But in the very early stages in the CoderDojo community, there are very small size of the CoderDojo community in 2020 and 12 and 2013. So it's totally different what we did in the early stages and also the late stages. So splitting into two. So I'm explaining about what we did in early days and what we did in the recent days. What we did especially when I started, when we started CoderDojo in Japan, is just I think this is just the first dojo in Japan, and what we did is every weekend have a session and invite someone who might be interested in this kind of the activity. And then now only the first dojo, more than 300 sessions, only in the one CoderDojo in Tokyo. So like this. So this is the second or third session in the CoderDojo in Tokyo, the first one, and we kind of looking for people who might be interested in this kind of activities and invited in and share what we did and why we did. And what happens there in that time is people stop by this CoderDojo community session, and then someone, not all of them, but someone get inspired, and then they start remixing a dojo. You can understand what happens when we illustrate in the Japan's map. When we have 70 plus dojos, the colored area is the prefecture. In fact, there is more than one dojo. And then when it turns to 75, like this, so colored area is increased. But the point is the prefecture next to the colored prefecture is increasing the dojo. So what that means, in my opinion, in my analysis, that means CoderDojo, at least in Japan, the many dojos often inspired from the dojos next to your region. So still there is not colored areas in Japan, but in Tokyo, going up and going left, and then now we are going to this area and also those areas. So I think the remix often happens not only what they watch or what they listen to, but what people meet people. So that's I think one of the point. I think it's interesting, and I think it's important in the early days. The last one, the recent days, because the size of the community is totally different. So that's we changed what we did, the way to do. So we wrap up for 4 sections what we did. The one is documents, meetup, and highlights and partners. The one document is I think it might be easy to understand. It's for being more self-directed, because there are many inquiries, mails, and phone calls to me, but only one person in CoderDojo Japan. So, but there are many dojos, so it's super tough, and it's not so easy to reply all of the emails. So the point is what the charter, what the point, what the vision, mission of the CoderDojo. Luckily, CoderDojo have already had charter, and so what I did in this size of the CoderDojo community, or what we did is carefully translated the CoderDojo charter into Japanese. So that's people who don't know of the CoderDojo community just reading the charter, and then understand what we can do and what we cannot do as a CoderDojo. So also we illustrate how CoderDojo charter in Japanese Kensho works. So we illustrate the CoderDojo charter is the center of the CoderDojo community. It's a document. It's like a law. And then we can do anything if you just following the CoderDojo charter. So including CoderDojo Japan, including CoderDojo Foundation, including each dojo in Japan, just follow CoderDojo charter. and then you can decide what you can do. And we also make it easier to understand. So we use a metaphor, which is a park. CoderDojo is like a park. It's not a classroom. So there is no teachers, there is no lecturers. There is people, friends, and young people. But when you go to the park, you're not guided to do something. You are not forced to do playing soccer in the park, but you decide what you want to do. Playing soccer, playing the basketball, anything you can do. So you decide what you do. So to be easier to understand, we often use the metaphor. CoderDojo, it's like a park. You decide what you want to do. Also, we are dividing each section, and we open up and publish it as a kata, which is like a wiki in the CoderDojo community. So how to learn, how to get supported, like a fundraising, and also often frequently asked question. Also, there is this is a contest. You can challenge this kind of a program if you kind of enhance your technology and skills. So what we get from this kind of activities, there is interesting activities in the CoderDojo community coming up. For example, CoderDojo, which is coming up from CoderDojo in Japan. So it's the meetup beyond the dojos. So several dojos coming to one meetup. So it's like a deca. So 10 times maybe bigger than the usual meetup. So CoderDojo in Okinawa, CoderDojo in some area. Also Dojo Butokai. This is just a small contest in the CoderDojo community. And making it happen together. So, but the point is, I totally not ask them to do. Just they say they want to do this kind of meetup, this kind of event. So what we do is just, it's so interesting. Let's go together. I will support. And if you are any question, just let me know. I will make it clear. The meetups like this. There are many people coming to here in Japan, Tokyo, and Dojo, and then there are CoderDojo. So not only CoderDojo. So CoderDojo is like several dojo coming in one, but the another one we do is Dojotron Japan. This is a one annual event. All over the dojos, mentors, young people, champions, and parents, guardians all coming together in one place. So this year's Dojotron Japan is will happen the 2 weeks later. So every year we do. We did various things and many things we do. But let me pick up to name a few. We do share what frequently asked questions. Say why you start to the champion, why you come to the mentors. Because I often asked by many people, and then I think they expect me to say, there is a 1-2 answer, but it's not. There are various reasons to attend, to mentor, to start a dojo. So the point is you need to understand that there are many people. There is diversity in the community. So say this is just one answer from one young people in a dojo, and I asked, why you come to the dojo? And he said, because I'm if I find something interesting, I'm Googling out. And then going to the library or using the web services to learn the programming languages. And then after that, I will go to the dojo to deeply understand that topics. And then if I find something another interesting, then I will Google it out and then go in library and pick up books. So this is a kind of cycle to learn more and more. So that's why he come to Dojo. While mentoring, it's also various answers. Her answer is because there is enough diverse in the CoderDojo community. So that's she is an engineer, tech engineer, but going to the CoderDojo session, she kind of meet people in the marketing people, sales people, because the kid parents are working at some field, like marketing or sales or another field other than tech field. So that's she can understand, there are many people in Japan, so not only technology. So that's interesting to her. Another one, why you start CoderDojo? He is one young champion. He started CoderDojo when he was a junior high school student. And I asked, I started the CoderDojo because there is no dojos around me. So no dojo. So I created the dojo. So there are many reasons. Another thing I think important is highlighting. So in the becoming bigger and bigger, there are many things happen in dojo and dojo. So we often miss the things, what happens in the CoderDojo community. So that's how I started the Dojo Cast, which is a podcast provided by CoderDojo Japan Association. And then I just going to, this is a Hiroshima in Japan. And then I asked, interviewed the champions and mentors in Hiroshima, why you start, the same question, why you start? And we get the different answers. This is also another podcasting. There are many champions in Saitama area, and we get another different answers. So the point is there are many reasons. So you don't that illustrate and that explain. You don't have to be engineers. You don't have to be some professional in technical field. That's okay because there are many champions in not IT by the not IT engineers. So that's kind of the encourages people in Japan. It's easier. It's not so difficult. So let's start. Yeah, and many things. Dojo letter. This is a mailing list. So we do we send the mail for the people who subscribe the dojo letter once a month, and they can catch up what happens in this area and in that area. Also highlighting the upcoming events. This is for people who attend. There are many events called Dojo, and sometimes they miss that Dojo is happen this week or next week. So we kind of aggregate the event information by using the software, and then we collect what happens in the upcoming events. Also, it's easier to start the Facebook and Twitter. Maybe TikTok or the Instagram, maybe another good way to highlighting what happens in your community. But anything is fine. But point is highlighting what happened. Stats. Each dojo's session is interesting, but sometimes we need to get a grasp what happens in this whole area. So like how many sessions happen in 1 year? How many sessions from the first to the now? Because the stats on Dojo especially helpful for finding the partners to make Dojo more fun. The Make block, this is one of our partners, but the partners it's corporate, the business. So they need to consider this is good enough and benefits. This is the keeping in touch with CoderDojo community is beneficial for that corporation. Then you can get a chance, an opportunity to to get a partnership or to get the sponsorship with that corporation. Also, you need to get incorporated because a bigger company require you to get incorporated, and it's also true in Japan. So we get incorporated in 2016, and then we get the one of the regional body, official regional body in Japan, and in the world. And then using that stats, we get many partners in various fields, Google, Facebook, and Sakura Internet, TechSoup, so many. Case Shinjuku, the venue of this place, is also the one of the partners in CoderDojo Japan. So say Sakura Internet, which is one of the most famous cloud companies in Japan, providing the servers, each dojo, one server each dojo. So each dojo can get a server for maybe doing the Minecraft or maybe use it as a web server. And then Cygames, which is one of the most famous game company in Japan, and they have many laptops and desktops. So they donate used laptops and desktop to the dojo in each area. ProGate, which is an online platform to learn the text programming, and they provide the platforms for young people to learn the text programming. Some of the, I think, most in Japan, most of the ninja, meaning the young people, often starting from scratch because it's really great programming languages. But Python, Ruby, JavaScript is also the text programming languages if you make mobile apps or if you make web services. But the running the text programming is somehow tough. So there is I think we need online platform is helpful for running more and more. So it's like exchanging a value. We have CoderDojo is big now, so we provide them the stats. This is the number of sessions. This is the number of people. This is the number of dojos. And then please consider keeping in touch with this CoderDojo community. Then then we get partners. So many things. But the point is, we change the approach when we in the early days and recent days. Recent days we do the highlighting or partners or documents because the size of the community is different from the early days. Hope this talk helpful for building a cool community, especially in Malaysia, or I think another area, not only Japan. And so thank you for listening to my talk. Thank you.